Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But before I even start, they're showing me an image in the water, and I can't quite decode it, but I have to mention it, otherwise I won't be able to scribe for the rest of your reading. Now, the image, it looks a little bit like the Colosseum in Rome, okay, but it's not quite it. I mean, it almost looks like, it's not triangular. It seems to have more of a domed shape to it. It looks like there's layers to it that goes up there, so it may look a little bit like this, but it's a dome shape, and it looks like it's got either holes in it or maybe they're windows. I'm not sure. At the top of it, there is a major, like, bunch of flowers. It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, it could make sense to you. Maybe you know what that means. I mean, it looks like a big old mound, or you know, the Colosseum. It looks like the Colosseum, but not quite it. And the flowers at the top indicate blossoming, blooming. Maybe it's something that you found difficult is going to bloom or blossom. Maybe something, they give me the word toil, T-O-I-L, toil, so it means something you've been working really hard towards is going to be very rewarding. And it's not very, how can I put that? It's, I mean, when you think about arenas, they tend to be places where you you compete or you take part in something to win something. If you've been feeling stuck or stagnant in a situation, I'm getting an energy of a breakthrough happening for you, okay? So I'm just going to go get all your cards for... That's it. That's what they're showing me. But at the top of this, see, it looks like the Colosseum, but it's not quite it, right? I keep being shown the images before the cards pop out. What they've shown me here at the top, though, is like a big old bunch of flowers. So, I mean, that's exactly what I've been seeing. It had layers, but it was rounded at the top. They said rounded at the top. It looked like a big old mound of something, but it looked like windows or holes in it. I couldn't quite discern in the water what it was, but it's a tower. Okay, now towers, they don't have to be negative. We will tap into the energy and see what's going on there for you for the month of June. Can indicate that some of you have been experiencing restrictions, or you felt that things have been a bit stagnant and there's a blockage, but it does indicate that there will be some sort of liberation from a stuck situation this month. So it tends to be very, very positive. Look at that. The Fool card. Now, whenever you get a tower in the major arcanas in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you see 2 figures leaping out of the window into the unknown. Because sometimes it's better to take a leap of faith in your life than to remain stuck where you're at. Because if you always do what you always do, you're always going to get the same outcome. You're always going to get what you're getting at the moment. So if you feel there needs to be some major changes in your life, then I feel June is definitely the month to do it, okay? Now, as I said, I'll get all your cards first. Just to make you aware, June is a big month for astrological events. The main one being the planet of Pluto, passion and power. It retrogrades into the sign of Capricorn. So this is extremely important when it comes to business and politics. Now, financially, we will see businesses cutting back, streamlining their expenses. Also, collectively, we will feel the pinch. It does mean that we will focus a little bit more on our budgets this month. And it just means that there's more money in your pocket, okay? I feel it's more about being clever with your finances and finding better deals, discounts. This month is a good month for that, is what I'm seeing here. Now, also, in terms of politics, and I don't really like to talk about politics, but when Pluto moves into the sign of Capricorn, we may see major restructures in the government, certain governments being voted out, for example, or even overturned if needed be. Now, you may not see that on a localized scale, but you may see in terms of the world, there will be major and radical changes in governmental situations, and that energy will be with us right up until January of 2024. So there's going to be some major restructures in the next 8 to 10 months. Now, also, on a more personal level, Pluto does get rid of dead wood in your life. So you will feel compelled to declutter your life. You may start with the home space, items that you no longer need or you have outgrown, or things that you've been meaning to throw out or gift or give to charity, or even sell on to a home that will love it. This is a time to really focus on that. You may also do a little bit of DIY around the home space, or just revamp a room, or restructure a place as well. Also, you'll look at your relationships or situations perhaps that have been draining your energy. If you are in business, you may also consider new ideas or a change of approach to your work to implement new ideas that will attract promotions, more money, clients, and contracts. If you're thinking about setting up a business as well, this is a very lucrative time to do it. The full moon actually moves into the sign of Sagittarius on the 4th of June. So this really is a great time to get clear on your direction. Even if you're not in the working environment or attached to a career, this is a time for really focusing on your needs, putting your own path first, or your own self first. It really is about making positive adjustments that align you with what you desire. This moon is actually called the strawberry moon. So it's a moon that attracts abundance, prosperity, and a perfect time to tap into the energy that's available for you to achieve all that you've been working towards. So I would set an intention if I were you, write it down, and really focus on it and watch it become a reality in your life. Of course, you're going to take action towards making it happen, but there's more potential for things to start materializing on the physical plane during this month. Now, some of you, because we do have that Sagittarian energy, you may feel compelled to book a trip, a vacation during this month. You may take it either this month, or you may just book it for some point rest of the year. Also, there is a new moon, and it's in Gemini on the 18th of June. This one is one to watch, okay? Because this moon, it's called a void of course moon. And what that means is there is a duality about this moon. So it's not a good time to start anything new. It's not a good time to start new projects or start a relationship or sign any contracts or even purchase anything just on that date, because it's a void energy. And there is a famous saying that goes, anything started under the void of course moon bears no fruit. So I'm just giving you a little heads up there. It just means if you purchase something, you may need to return it because there may be a fault, or if you post something, it may get lost in the mail, or if you go up for a promotion, it may get stalled, or, if you start a business on this date, you may have to work really, hard to get it off the ground, even harder than before. Also, if you sign a contract, there could be something in that contract that becomes null and void, or is hidden in the contract that you don't realize. It may come back to bite you later on. So, avoid that date if you can, of course. And that's just when you're launching something. On that date, go out, have fun, see your family. It's going to be a great day. But if you're launching something or purchasing anything, it's not a good time. I would wait for about 11 hours after the 18th of June, because we do have a wonderful alignment. Saturn, it harmonizes with Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity, and it also conjuncts the North Node, which means anything that is your true calling or anything that you are focused on, it becomes a reality and you're manifesting it into your life, okay? Also, although it is a bit of an odd moon and an odd energy where it becomes almost void on the actual date, you know, you may feel like you're on autopilot, but it is a perfect time for you to check in with your inner narrative. If you've been extra critical on yourself or hard on yourself recently, you're going to catch yourself doing it, and you're going to stop in your tracks. You're going to make a conscious effort to talk to yourself in a more healthier way, that inner narrative, okay? So you're going to have more compassion for yourself, and also you're going to feel, you know, really proud of yourself for how far you've come. Things have been difficult, and I feel like you are making progress, and you need to be aware that, you know, you're closer to your goals than you think. Now, your first card here is the photograph. So some of you may feel a little bit nostalgic this month. I mean, literally, some of you may think about going into photography as well, but I'm really getting a sense of looking back and wondering, you know, are the good old days behind you, or is there better to come? Well, I definitely see that there is better to come, okay? I feel like you are detaching also from any negative experiences that you've had in the past. You're getting closure on situations, and I feel like you are standing stronger because of those situations as well. Now it says here the past memories, the past returning, past influences, familiarity, and nostalgia. Okay, now I'm just going to pull a quick card for those of you who want to reunite with people or a person from the past. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Not everyone wants to do that, but let me just see. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Moon card? Yeah, there may be someone who suddenly pops out of the blue. This is someone who you always wonder what they were up to. Two of Cups and the star energy. Now this could be someone that you're in a relationship with. It doesn't have to be. It could even be someone you had chemistry with and you want to explore it a little bit further. It could be someone from college. There may be some sort of invitation to reunite, or even they just reach out. I feel like they've been thinking about you also. This could be an ex, because we got the star energy, so there's healing there, okay? But I do feel like there's someone thinking about you, and they've been thinking about you for a long time, and I feel like they find a way to pop back in some way into your life. Now, this could be through a friend, so they may actually hear, you know, they may actually tell a friend that they're in town, or you may hear through a friend that they're in town, and they actually want to reach out for you. So if you don't, you know, if you've changed your number, for example, or they don't have your details, they may actually ask a friend for those details. I think your friend will ask you first before giving it out. I mean, that would be the best way forward. That would be the most mannerly way to move forward. They shouldn't give your details out without your permission. But anyway, now some of you may actually be going into photography or thinking about going into photography. You may launch a new venture or a new project if you are a photographer. But I definitely see that you are going to be building new memories in June that's going to be very, very positive. Now we do have the Scythe, so you're definitely decluttering your life. Basically, there is a new chapter available for you. When you get the equivalent of the Death card here and you've got the Fool card, it indicates that you're cutting out anything that perhaps has been negative or draining on you. Now, this doesn't have to be just people or situations. It can be, you know, a commitment that you're making to streamline your schedule so that you have more time for you. It could also mean that you're deciding to go to bed earlier, so you get up in the morning with a bit of a spring in your step and get better sleep. It could also indicate that you are cutting out food substances that perhaps have been making you feel lethargic or have a negative impact on your body in some way. You're definitely removing anything that perhaps has been draining. It says here, sudden removal, clearing, separation, abrupt cutoff or shock. Now, because we do have the Tower energy here as well, and this is what I was seeing in the water, okay, I'm going to pull a card on it because not all shocks are negative. I want you to be aware of that. So let me just see here. But if you've come to this reading, and this has already happened, okay, some of you may have come to this reading and you may have be going through a very difficult experience of bereavement. There may have been a sudden passing of someone that you really cared about or had a lot of empathy, a lot of understanding with. And you may be, you know, very nostalgic about the times that you had together, okay? Now, this is only if you've already experienced this, because I don't see it happening for your month. I see it's something that perhaps you've been experiencing as you move on in, okay? So I'm just going to pull a card on that. One moment, please. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so there's two positive surprises. Let me put it this way. There's two positive surprises, okay? But I'll put those to the side, because I'm just dealing with whoever's gone through a bereavement and you're healing. Obviously, take the time you need. I'm sending you a huge hug and lots of love out there. They're actually showing me the image of a magpie. Okay, they're showing me two for joy. Actually, magpies tend to be messengers of joy. So you may see you may see these messengers of joy, magpies, everywhere you go in the next couple of weeks or months. Okay, this is if you've just gone through a bereavement. These are sent to you as a message of love, is what they're showing me. Okay, now you could see them in real life, or you could see it on a billboard or on a picture, a poster. Maybe someone's got a tattoo of one. When you see a magpie, this is an indication that you are loved from beyond, and that they're just sending you messages of joy. Okay, lots of love, joy, and they're just giving me the word hug. H-U-G. Okay, so I'm sending you that. That's not going to resonate for everyone. And again, I really want to emphasize that if you have not gone through that, I do not see that happening for your June. So I don't want anyone freaking out. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. But I have to mention it because it's in the energy. So I'm sending you a huge hug if you have gone through something like that, and look for a sign. There may even be a photograph of this person with a magpie, okay, that you may just uncover, or there may be some sort of reference there. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Moving on, for some of you, you're starting new projects. Okay, starting new projects, and it's going to be very, very lucrative for you. If you're looking for a new job, I feel like a shock opportunity comes your way. Something that you may, you may make a sudden plot twist in your career, take on new opportunities that perhaps will see you learning new skills. This will be very lucrative. There's more money attached to it. And also, I definitely get a sense that someone from your past, someone that you used to know, doesn't have to be an ex. I want you to be aware of that, but it could be. There's someone here who really has feelings for you, and this person is enthusiastic to get back into your life. They will send you a message or find a way to get a message to you. This could be a friend who has romantic leanings, but I definitely see that you'll be shocked that this person has been thinking about you for such a long time. Now, of course, if you're single and you are interested in that person, it could be a very long term relationship, very rewarding soulmate energy. Okay. So if you are looking for love, there's definitely the potential for love coming through for you. We got the Page of Pentacles, so some of you actually may enter a new job environment or a new working environment, or even studying, learning to pick up new skills to apply to your working situation, and you may actually find love there as well. And it'll be a shock. It's going to be love at first sight, okay? So I'm just going to move on from that message, because these monthlies are not really meant to be about love, but if it does pop up, you know, I have to mention it. Now, we do have the Tower, okay, and it does say isolation, legal structures, restrictions, authority, standing out. It's really interesting because they're giving me a sentence right now. And along with it, they're showing me a barcode. Okay, so I'm just going to give you what they are showing me in the water. The barcode, it can represent some level of automation in your life, or a shift to simplify something in your life that perhaps has been complicated. You'll liberate yourself out of that stuck situation, because towers tend to be, you know, breaking down all that has not been working in order to rebuild in a really positive way. So some of you, as I said, you may be thinking about relocating, whether it's in your home life or even in a working environment. I definitely see there's a major restructure there. It can also indicate that you may have been feeling that everything's been like same old thing, just a different day. Everything seems really monotonous. But the sentence that they're giving me, it's a quote, I think. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? And that's, I mean, standing out has come up on this card. So I feel some of you may make some shock changes in your life in order to stand more in your power, and you know, make yourself seen, known, and heard. especially since you've got the Empress there. This can indicate that you are, you know, nurturing yourself, you're valuing yourself, and you are asking for better in life. You're asking for more because you worked really hard and you deserve this accomplishment. Some of you, if you're starting something new, it will definitely be very, very rewarding, and it will attract a lot of prosperity going forward. You will be proud of yourself, all the efforts, something you've been waiting for a long time or working really hard towards, whether these are changes or a different approach, it will be rewarding and it will be very successful, okay? Now, some of you may have some legal or business matters to attend to this month, and you may have to go through an official line or an official process to completion, okay? But you will complete, is what they're showing me as well, okay? So interesting that this image was something that I described earlier that was in the water. This is relevant, okay? Now, whenever you get a tower, it tends to mean, as I said, a breakdown of all the things that perhaps have been before that have been difficult, and the Fool card indicates a new start. Also, this is an Aries card, so I feel like this month you're going to feel more yourself than you've done for a while. There's going to be a spring in your step. You're looking for a little bit more fun or spontaneity in your life, and there's a lot of potential this month to get whatever it is you want done. Okay, very productive month. There is a sense of adventure as well, so I feel like whatever it is that is challenging is also exciting to you, okay? And also it has far-reaching potential. So I do feel whatever you do in this month, your future self will thank you for everything that you've been accomplishing as well, okay? Now the Fool card, some of you have been yearning for something new to happen in your life, but you do need to take action to make changes in your life. You're very original, and it's not that you get bored easily, but you do need to have that constant stimulation so that you are either working towards something or you have a purpose, because, you know, I feel sometimes life can get a little bit dull. And, you know, that's okay as well, because sometimes, especially when we're in the 6th house energy, and you're actually in your 9th house and your 3rd house, actually, but sometimes when things are boring or nothing's happening, it gives us all a chance to pause and really make sure that, you know, our everyday life is running easily, or, you know, is streamlined, so that we can focus on our bigger goals. Now, your 9th house of the great quest or the cosmic quest for meaning is influencing you at this time. So you may feel a little bit more philosophical than usual this month as you search for where you feel like you belong. And some of you may be wanting to uproot and move somewhere else, or maybe your goal long term is to save, to relocate somewhere. You're right on track for your plan. And some of you, you want to get back into nature, or you want to connect to nature more, so you may actually decide to go off grid, or that's the plan, is what I've got here. But there's a quest for more independence here. Now also, when you're in 3rd house, because your 3rd house takes over from that, this is all about communication. Communicating your needs to not just your family, to your friends, but also to the universe of what it is that you desire. This month you may feel compelled to study or take a quick trip, or even enroll in a course that will help you accomplish whatever it is you want, or even incorporate travel and learning, so like a retreat or something like that. Also, you may have more dealings with your neighbors or siblings during this time as well. But we have here the Fool card, which indicates you want new adventure, because the Hangman says you're feeling a little bit in limbo. You may feel a little bit stuck in a rut, and you may be trying to approach your life in a different, more energized way. Some of you may have gone through a disappointment recently, and you've been struggling with something. I mean, what I'm getting first off is struggling with focus. So some of you may have had a lot of distractions or a lot of responsibilities that pulled you in many different directions, and you found it hard to focus on something that you really want to focus on. Whether that's something creative or whether it's something that you are trying to manifest, you may have felt that something has been draining your energy or derailed momentarily, but I feel this month you get back on track. The Hangman is to take that little bit of a pause, especially if you're launching something new. It's important to really observe your circumstances, really investigate the way before you take that calculated leap of faith. The Hangman, I mean, the Death card is an end of something, and the Hangman says, wait before you end something. All will be well, but you need to just look before you leap. And that's what I'm definitely picking up here. The Hangman also indicates, relax, don't fret. You'll know when it's time to act. You don't have to rush into anything. Also, when you get the Hangman, it tells me that you tend to sacrifice a lot of your time and your energy to get whatever it is that you want to focus on or that you want to achieve, and you will be successful. But this is a card that indicates it's an old way of doing things that you're releasing right now. So if you've been stuck in a rut, or you've been doing something almost like chasing your tail, going round and round in circles, nothing's working, I definitely feel a new approach is on the horizon for you, which helps you get rid of that stagnating energy or anything that's been so hard for you to accomplish there. Now, the Hangman normally is to bring inspiration or to find opportunity where there is no opportunity, or if you've gone through something that has been a missed opportunity, you will see why you did not get that opportunity, because there's something better on the horizon for you. Okay, so whether you missed out on a promotion, a raise, or even if you feel that love has not gone in your favor, I definitely see that this month you stand in your power. Love is available to you if you're looking for it, but I feel like you're making major lifestyle changes where you're putting yourself first, you're valuing you, you're doing you. Okay, and I feel like you are nurturing yourself and having more confidence this month as well. Now, something you've been waiting for, it's the end of the wait. Okay, I feel now new doors are opening for you, and with the Death card energy, it does mean change is afoot. But I feel you are implementing these changes. Any of these shock, twists, or plot turns that are happening in your month, I feel like you're fully in control of them, because the Magician card indicates here that you may have felt out of control for a while, or you may have felt unfocused, unmotivated, or you may have felt that you haven't reached your full potential in some area. You may have felt scattered in your energy and wondered if you're wasting your time in some area. But the answer is no. You're going to be fully in control this month, and I feel you're getting stuff done. You're going to be very productive and very proud of the efforts that you've been making. The Death card indicates you're making space in your life for something that you've desired for a long time, and it's showing up in your world in the month of June. Okay, now the fact that you've got energy of the Death card twice indicates that this is a big major change in your life, and it will be rewarded, because when we take a leap of faith, the universe actually steps in and helps us along on our path, supports us in our endeavors, and gives us encouragement to move forward. The Magician card in this position can indicate some of you may have felt that you haven't fully mastered the art of having confidence in your abilities, or recognizing that your skills are really paramount, and that you actually bring a lot to the table of life and career and love. I feel some of you may have started to look at areas in your life where you felt undervalued, underestimated, or where you gave your power away in a situation. And with the Empress energy, male and female, not a gender-specific reading, I feel this month you're really changing the way you carry yourself, where you're not allowing anyone to derail your path or underestimate what you're capable of. Okay, I don't feel like you're going out to prove to anybody but yourself that you're capable of success, you're capable of accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do. And the Magician card indicates that you are strongly in the law of attraction. Okay, so whatever it is you desire, you can attract it towards you. You have a lot of capability, and you need to focus on what it is that you want. That's where you will see success and reward. Okay, now there may have been an experience in your past that perhaps you're getting closure on, where someone, it could have been a love situation, doesn't have to be, but it was someone you really cared about who tried to manipulate you in some way. Now this may be emotional manipulation, or it could be that this person, this person may have struggled with anger, they may have had anger issues, and they may have tried to numb their pain through alcohol, things like that. I mean, this may be a family member. It could be an ex-partner, or it could be someone who really you feel. I'm just getting a sense that you really feel that you couldn't help them. Now, I just got to say something here for you, which is we can be there for a person. We can be a good listener, and we can really try to respect everything that they're trying to tell us. but we can never truly help a person who cannot try to help themselves. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. Sometimes there's nothing more that we can do apart from be there for a person. So I want you to be aware of that. So if you feel, you know, a sense of you couldn't help someone or you want to help someone recover, of course, be there as a good friend. I see that you're a wonderful friend. You're someone who is very generous. You're very loving, very kind, and you have a beautiful, pure heart. But if you're finding it difficult, and this message is not going to resonate for everyone, this part, but if there's someone here that you found it difficult to help or deal with recently, and that they have been numbing their feelings, I feel, you know, this person, they will overcome their obstacles. They will find their way, but all you can do really is be there for them, okay? And I'm just going to put it like that. That's a quite sensitive way of putting it, because I feel it's a very difficult situation, and I'm sending you a huge hug. Now, for some of you have been going through a very difficult experience yourself. You may have been going through a tower moment in your life, and you may have felt you did not have power in that situation, and you've been struggling with something. But I do see that you will overcome that struggle. I do feel that you will get very clear on what direction you need to take or what actions you need to take, and I feel these changes will put you in a really great position. And with the King of Cups there, I do see that all that you are desiring in your heart, I feel like you're attracting it. And also with that Seven of Pentacles, this is a savable situation, but I do see that you may open yourself up to a new strategy, or you will it's almost like you come out the other side in a better position. Okay, so there is a sentence that keeps coming up in some of the readings, and it's not showing up for every sign, but I think it's shown up twice already, and they're giving it to me now as well, which is sometimes when we're going through dark times, we feel like we've been buried, but actually it is then when we have been planted. Okay, so there tends to be a period of personal growth that can be very, very difficult. We all go through that period, but I feel like you will blossom because of it. Maybe that's why they showed me this kind of image, but it had some flowers popping out at the top. So I do feel the difficult times, you know, whilst they feel uncomfortable in this moment, I feel on the other side there will be reward, or there is a time for prosperity. So for example, if you're working really hard in the office, you know, and you're doing extra hours and you're just feeling frustrated, they're showing me that it will be rewarding eventually, okay? That what you're working towards will pay off. The dream or the goal, it will go the way you hope for, okay? Now, moving on from that energy, the Ace of Cups in this position can indicate that some of you have gone through a disappointment, or some of you have been feeling really down, feeling, you know, no matter what you try, it just doesn't go in your favor, or you feel, some of you may have felt really unmotivated, or you may have even felt let down by somebody or something. But I do see here that the energy is changing, and that there is much more positive reward on the other side. The Ace of Cups, I mean, it may start in this position, but by the end of the month it's in the upright. So if, for example, you've been waiting a long time for love, the wait will be over. The end of June definitely sees you being able to talk to someone new, and this could lead to a high-level commitment. The King of Cups indicates this is someone who is a very protective energy, someone who knows what they want in love, someone who is emotionally available, someone who also values love, is a very supportive partner. So I definitely see you're meeting someone who has a lot of empathy. So if you've had really bad luck in love, I definitely see this month as being a potential for you to meet someone. But of course, you need to, you know, get out there, have a little bit more fun, connect to either groups or places where you can meet new people, or even put yourself on online dating if that's something that perhaps would be better if you're a little bit shy. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing change in your love relationships as well. Now, if you're in a relationship already, you're definitely bringing the spark back into your relationship. A breath of fresh air is happening there as well. Now, the Strength card in this position also indicates that you may have been struggling with something, okay? Something that has been really difficult. Again, I mean, look, they're even showing me flowers there. There's flowers showing up in all of your readings. So I do feel that things will be in bloom. There is better energy on the other side. So there will be a time of sweet reward after hard work. And some of you, if you've been struggling with confidence, okay, I definitely see this being a big month where you start to realize your value and your worth, where you start to realize that actually you're awesome. And I'm not here to blow smoke up your you-know-what. I can see it in the energy. You're someone who's very talented, very gifted. You're an awesome friend to people. I feel like you bring a richness to life that everybody else does not bring. So I feel it's important that you recognize those assets in you, okay? But something you've been struggling with, I definitely see an answer to your prayers or some sort of intervention, shall we say, to bring you what you desire. And they're also showing me a spider in the water as well. Now, spider actually tends to mean good luck, but it can also something that you're persistently working away on, that's starting to materialize, that will catch opportunity. I mean, spiders, they tend to mean, you know, fulfilling your purpose and, you know, reaching your goal. You know, they build webs, of course, and there's no accident that webs look very much like dream catchers. Dream catchers are almost modeled on spiders' webs. So I do feel like this is a big month to connect deeply to all that you have as a goal and attract it more into your life, okay? Now we also have, in particular, they want me to tell you it's a red spider. So red is all about passion, love. Oh, okay, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. They're giving me that it's an omen that something important is about to happen to you, and it's really positive, okay? So whether you've had bad luck in relationships or bad luck in opportunities, or you've just been waiting, you feel like life is all about waiting and waiting and waiting for something that never comes. I definitely see that June, especially the end of June for you, things start to move in the right direction and things start to pick up pace. Things get a little bit more interesting. Now, the Empress card is your outcome energy. So anything that you have been working on, imagine, you know, the Empress, she's sown all the seeds. You know, you've been, you know, birthing new ideas, shall we say, or you've been nurturing something that's really important to you. This is a time for harvest. This is blossoming time. The Empress card indicates prosperity, abundance, but something that you worked really hard for. And don't get me wrong, this month is going to be very productive. You're going to get a lot done. You're going to have a lot of tasks that you're doing. You can be focusing on all your responsibilities, but I feel you're in a mode of doing where it just feels like second nature. It doesn't feel like a chore. Also, the Empress card, I feel like you are nourishing yourself and putting your own needs first because you're learning to value and love yourself in a deeper way. Also, they're giving me that you're going to have the gift of knowledge, inner knowledge. So tap into that inner wisdom, find moments of stillness or get out into nature. It really helps you get clear on what you want, the direction, and answers that you seek come to you. Now, of course, the Empress card is about nourishing yourself and, you know, that you're stepping into a new version of yourself. Well, you're ripe with potential and possibility, and all that you manifest will show up for you. And it's for your highest good. And again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's all about the energy. What they're saying is remember your crown. Remember your crown. So maybe that's about you remembering, you know, that you have a lot of power in a situation, or it could be that it's about your crown chakra, which is all about that knowingness. Know that you shall be successful. Know that you are lovable. Know that you shall achieve all you desire, and it shall be so. Okay. There are different states. You know, the heart state, of course, is to long, is to love. And then, of course, you come up to the throat chakra, which is all about voicing or communicating to the universe what it is you desire. Then we've got the third eye, which is about seeing all that is possible. And then the crown chakra is to know that you can achieve all that is possible. Okay. Now, also, some of you, especially if you're pregnant, you may give birth this month. Or you may hear of a pregnancy this month as well. They're actually showing me a little baby foot. It looks like a little baby foot imprint. So, I mean, Some of you may have heard of a pregnancy, or your friend just gave birth, and you actually may gift them like a little baby's foot in like a little mold or something. They just show me that, so that may be relevant. Please take it as it resonates. I mean, it could even mean that you're making a first step in some direction in your life, something perhaps you've never done before, and it feels thrilling, but at the same time it feels scary. But I definitely see that it's going to be rewarding. It'll bring peace of mind and fulfillment as well. Now, the Seven of Pentacles really indicates that some of you may be at a bit of a fork in the road or a crossroads, and you may be having to make a decision about which path to take. This card can indicate that you are free to go back and reimagine what it is you desire, because as we mature, some things that we wanted, we don't want them anymore, or we've accomplished them and we're like, okay, let's move on to the next thing. So I feel like some of you are really checking the exchange, all the effort you put into things. You're working out, is it worth it? But also you're having the courage to let go of anything that no longer serves you or is for you, okay? Seven of Pentacles can indicate you're opening up to this new strategy or new approach in some area of your life where you're putting your own needs first. And once you do that, you're going to see that people change their interaction with you, because when you value yourself, you actually teach other people how to value you as well, okay? So erecting healthier boundaries is important. Seven of Pentacles also indicates something you've been working really hard towards, or something that you have been diligently moving towards. You will see success. You will see some level of movement or progress in that area as well. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. So for some of you, these are two people energies, right? So for some of you, I feel, even though you're Aries and you're a fire element, the King of Cups energy is really coming strong for your energy. So I feel there's something that you love that you really feel you have to get organized on. Okay, that's the main energy I'm getting here. Something that you love. I mean, it could be you focusing on a promotion or raise, doing something that you love. I do feel like there's a potential, a high potential for you to be offered some sort of position that gives more responsibility, and you may feel you need to be more organized and focused to take it. Some of you may be a little bit worried about the change, but I definitely see that it's going to be a positive step in the right direction. And I feel like you're leaving an old position behind, or you're leaving something behind that you've outgrown. You're actually leveling up here. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, I feel if you've been feeling those moments where your partner does not see you or has taken you for granted, I feel you and your person, you will work through that energy. And I feel you'll make some changes because your person really loves you. I feel like they really value you. But I feel like you'll balance each other out quite well. So it's almost like one of you is very practical, and the other one is very passionate. And I feel both of you are passionate, but I feel one of you is more sensitive than the other. And I feel like you have to have the gift of balance in that relationship. It does work, and there's a lot of love here. Okay. Now I just want to see if this is two people or your energy, because it can be a combination. So for some of you, I get a sense that there is a person who is very by the book. Now, this could be someone you work with, or it could be someone in your community. It's someone who's very cold, someone who is just focused on being official or professional. And this person, I see that actually they really like you. They warmed to you, and I feel like they want to do you a good turn. This is the sort of person who is like a really cold, detached boss, but they offer you a promotion because they know that you're really good at what you do. They put in a good word for you. So I definitely see something like that. The Justice, yeah, it could be a new contract. For some of you, I feel like you could get married this month, or you could, the Justice card is about contracts. So I mean, the energy I've got is Scorpio, Libra energy coming through. So some of you may, commit to somebody. They may pop the question, for example. So please act surprised if they do that. But with the Justice card, I also get this sense of balance and some minor adjustments occurring in your life where you actually get what you desire. Okay, there's some good karma coming here. Can you show me if it's two people or if it's just my beautiful Aries? I really get a sense it's just you, your energy. That's something you have been desiring with your heart. You're getting really serious about it. You're getting really focused on it, and you're getting really organized. You're preparing. Yeah, the Three of Wands, the preparation. Let me get my teeth back in my mouth. So it's your energy. I just wanted to make sure it's not two people, because sometimes it can be two people. The Three of Wands indicates you checking in with your progress, and that there are lots of opportunities headed in your direction. You're making good choices, so don't question yourself. You're making really good choices, and you're harmonizing with your heart's desire. So some of you may need that healthy level balance of, passion, emotion, and also being a little bit more logical. So you may approach situations with lots of emotion, but also that logical side of your brain is also calibrating, and together you are making the right decisions. Also, Seven of Pentacles, they're indicating something you're working hard towards. You will see some sort of payoff. You will see that your commitment to it will bear fruit. But again, you may be asking, is it worth it? Because you may be dissatisfied with the outcome, as in, you're capable of more. Or so, for example, if you hit a glass ceiling in your current working environment, and they offer you like a little raise or a promotion, and it's wonderful, but you may be like, you know what, if I took a job elsewhere for the same sort of status, I'd probably get more. So some of you may be having a calculated leap of faith, or making a calculated move in your life. I definitely see lots of paperwork this month and contracts, okay? Pay close attention to any fine print. Now, also, I feel like things are comfortable for you this month financially, okay? I definitely see that things are comfortable with you. You get to save a little bit more money. I do see that you're being very clever and shrewd with your decisions. And some of you may be thinking about setting up your own business or being an entrepreneur, because I'm getting a sense here of going independent. So some of you, if you're setting something up, it may be just in the works at the moment. You may have been planning it for some time, but I feel like you make a major stride or leap towards that launch, shall we say, this month, and you'll be so glad that you did. I feel like it will change your life for the better, okay? Definitely see you in control, especially if you're someone who is, you've been thinking about it for quite some time. I feel like it will be very rewarding, because you've imagined every eventuality, and I feel like you're in a really good place to launch it now. Just make sure you don't do it on the 18th of June, okay? 11 hours afterwards or before, that's great, but not on the 18th. Now, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, is an energy of making major lifestyle choices. So some of you may relocate or change where you live. I mean, this month is a major month of change for you. It's a big deal. But also, I feel you're going to get a message this month that there are going to be swift changes. Okay, swift changes, quick, quick, quick. It's just like boom, boom, boom. You don't even have time to think at the end of the month. You're just getting stuff done. It frees you up. They're giving me an energy of freedom. Also, I would pay close attention to any images that have come out. I mean, a barcode you probably see everywhere, right? If you're buying a product in the store, you're going to see a barcode everywhere. So I feel like discount that, unless you see someone with a barcode tattoo, or you see a barcode in a very unusual place. Okay, but I also see, like a red spider, or, magpie came up earlier as well. So just watch out for those things. They may mean nothing for you, but remember, everything that I see is important. It's almost like a little signpost along your life to look out for, to let you know that there is better things to come. There's more reward coming for you, okay? Now, also with the Knight of Swords, I feel like you're relying on your instincts, and you're understanding what you need to do to make changes to put yourself in a really good position. I just heard these two words. The three words, actually. You're doing great. But I heard the loudest, doing great. Okay, so there was three words there. You're doing great, okay? So I do feel you know, have a little bit more compassion for yourself. Things have been difficult. Yes, it's been hard to be motivated and focused sometimes, but I definitely see that this month you're going to be a lot more organized and focused, and you're getting clear on what you want, you're setting intentions, and you're attracting, with the law of attraction, those things into your life, okay? But it all starts with a step. So I do feel like you're taking a first step on something, and something that you've waited a long time to do as well. So I'm just going to get your final cards here. I mean, financially, I feel like you're going to be comfortable this month. There is going to be a little bit of extra money to save. Some of you may be focusing on pensions or a financial strategy or plan for the future, okay, that you will put in motion this month. But it is something that's, you know, it's a long way off, but you're planning. For those of you who are retired, I feel like you're trying to bring a little bit more adventure into your life, and you may actually visit towers or coliseums or things like that on your travels. Okay, some of you, and if you're still looking for love and you're retired, don't let age, you know, become a factor, because with the energy that I'm picking up on, if you're vibing at a frequency where you want to attract love, that's what you're attracting. It doesn't matter your age. You're going to find the right person for you, okay? So you are attracting love at this time, so don't lose hope. Now, we've got justice. Is interesting. Waiting. Okay, so we have drawing closer. So whatever it is you're attracting, it is getting closer to you. It says here, something is around the corner, attracting the right things and bringing things closer together. Okay, so very positive time. And it's interesting because we do have waiting as well. So I definitely picked up on this waiting energy in your reading. Waiting for something or someone, delayed action, having patience. I feel like you have had patience for quite some time. We do have justice, okay, and it says doing what you think is right. Only honesty brings success, and spiritual order and truth. Okay, so that's about really being honest with yourself, creating balance in your life, and also checking in with the exchange. Is it worth it? If it's not worth it, then, you know, what are you worrying about? Also, I always say, and this came up in one of the readings, one of the pick a card readings, I think it was, where fear or anxiety, you know, it is wasted energy. It is an energy that leads us nowhere. It doesn't give us a solution. It just drains us of precious time and energy, where we could focus on finding a solution, or just recognizing that what will be will be. So sometimes we have to allow ourselves to breathe, okay? I do feel like there's some really good karma headed in your direction, especially for the month of June. We do have concealment, okay? Concealment, and it says here, something is kept hidden from the world or hiding from your true self. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that. I didn't pick up on anything untoward this month, but I would definitely, if you're you know, signing any contracts, make sure you check that out. Can you please clarify this card of concealment? I didn't pick up anything in the reading regarding that, so I just want to... Okay, I see. Just be cautious, okay? Aha, there it is. Look, we got a 7 of Swords, okay? Be cautious, use your intuition. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your, you know, natural instincts. The Seven of Wands, sorry, actually indicates just guard yourself. Keep your guard up. There's no need to be defensive, of course, but it's like protect yourself. The 7 of Swords, I would be mindful of yourself in public situations, just in case someone's trying to dip their hand into your back pocket, or, you know, just watch that. Now, it's really interesting because this is actually not a negative card. And normally I feel the positive of it, but I actually did see an image of someone, like, you know, so just watch out, watch your public possessions. Again, don't be paranoid about it. You know, just be mindful of your surroundings is what I'm picking up on here. But the High Priestess and the 7 of Wands indicates, don't worry, you're protected. Your intuition protects you. So I do feel if there's anything concealed from you, it will come to light. You got the Justice card twice. If someone's lying to you or hiding something from you, it will be revealed in the month of June. And I feel like you're protected anyway, okay? So it could be, you know, could even be a friend has conceal the fact that they're pregnant and they don't want to reveal it until they feel ready. So it doesn't mean that they're lying to you, but it just means that they're, you know, keeping some things private. Also, some of you could be working really hard on something in private. You don't want anyone to know right now. So I definitely see that with the Seven of Wands being your last card, it means it's positive. It does mean that actually you're going the distance, you're not giving up on something, you're persevering on something, and you may not be telling anybody about it at this time because you're cautious. You just don't want anyone to derail you from your path. And finally, we have victorious. You shall be successful. Okay, it says beating your competition. Interesting, because I thought this was like an arena or something, somewhere where you compete or there's a competitive thing. So if you are competing or in training for something, you shall win. You are victorious. It says here overcoming obstacles, success, and power. So I'm so glad we entered on that card actually, because it does really highlight that you will overcome that obstacle or that thing that has been bugging you or that thing that's been very difficult or given you anguish. There is a positive outcome here, and you are in control of all the changes that are happening. I'm just going to get a rune before we close. Now, isn't it interesting? Because this is a rune which indicates, you know, it's the human. Let me get my teeth back in my mouth again. It's the human. Okay, so this is really about the self. You know, I was going to say, isn't it interesting? Because when I showed this to the camera, I got the words I am, and that is an energy that connects highly to Aries. Okay, I am. So I feel you will stand true to your power. Again, a little bit more philosophical than usual, finding your place in the world where you feel like you belong. Okay, but you're putting yourself first. And that's really, really positive. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that empowers you. And also, aha, we've got the year rune, okay? Year rune it is basically, and it is harvest time. Okay, so this is prosperity, it is reward, and it's a very positive energy that indicates whatever it is you've been trying to achieve, it shall be yours. So I'll leave that there. I hope something resonated in that reading for you. It's very complex, my beautiful Aries, so I do hope something resonated. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. Love and light.